Alright, it is Wednesday morning. I got a comment from one of my subscribers. I think his name is Joe. He said he was concerned that whether or not my boss had listened to me about various accommodations I need at my workplace. So I've been thinking about bringing two things up to my boss. Number one is the issue with posture at the desk, right? So a little bit of background. I'm teaching an SAT prep course, and I have to stand and write on a whiteboard, and the posture is just killing me because the room is relatively small, and as I'm writing I have to stand in an angle to not block the board, and the posture is just really killing me. I gotta talk to some of my coworkers. I learned today that one of my coworkers had been there 7 years. If he could do the 7 years without developing joint problems, he's definitely doing something right, and I'll definitely want to talk to him at some point. One of the mistakes I made at my previous job is I hardly got to know any of my coworkers on a personal level. Certainly I didn't talk to them outside of work. My coworker and I became very distant because I felt like I was filling in for my coworkers at all the times that they loved, and I got very angry about that. I let anger and hate consume my relationship with my coworkers. That was a big problem I had at my last job. I do acknowledge I made that mistake. So I'm going to talk to some of my coworkers. But I learned a powerful lesson from two coworkers that I currently have. It's a little bit of background. Well, I got a few other coworkers, but two that I've been very close to. One of them is 37, 38 years old, I want to say, female. And my first day on the job, I had a worry that she had a crush on me. The way she was talking to me gave me a little bit of concern, but I have since discovered that she just wanted to be close and have an ally at work, just like how I am dealing with this right now. That gave me a little concern because at another job that I had an 18-year-old girl who had inappropriate feelings for me, and it caused the entire workplace to become very inhospitable. I was a little bit worried that was going to go down that path, but I was a little bit too nervous, just given my bad experience. Now, she is married, her husband has a full-time job, they don't have children. I got another coworker who's male, in his, I want to say mid to late 40s, and has two very young children. And I learned the hard way that people will not jeopardize their job if they have children. The female coworker that I have, she and I will strategize talking to the boss, but the guy, he doesn't want to rock the boat on anything, right? If we say, can we go to the boss to talk about posture issues, he's definitely going to he's definitely going to shut me down, right? But the girl who's just doing this as a side job to supplement her husband's income, yeah, she might actually strategize a little bit. So I learned that people will bet their lives to feed their children, and maybe not so much just to feed themselves, right? Like me or my female coworker, right? The other place where people will never bend, whether it's work-related or for anything, is their religions, right? Good luck getting anybody to work on their religious holidays, right? But if you want to go stargazing, if you want to just go to a Computer Olympia conference, go to a Pokemon TCG event, a backgammon tournament, oh my god, you're lazy for doing that, right? For some reason, if it's a religion, you could do it, right? I don't know why. I worship Pokemon, why not, right? Well, that will never fly, right? I worship the skies, right? That will never fly. And so I learned the hard way about that. Now, I'm very thankful, even though I'm atheist, I can say I'm thankful to God that my mouth sore has gotten better, because I have to teach, and mouth sores are a big problem for me. I'm also thankful that I didn't test positive for COVID-19, because one of the people that I regularly see at a Pokemon event just tested positive for COVID-19. I'll take another test tomorrow morning just to be sure. But I just recovered like 2 months ago. It might have been the same strain, so who knows. But I was a little bit worried about posture issues. But you know what? I do need the physical activity anyhow. I just need to get the posture correct. There's another accommodation I'll have to think about asking, or maybe I'll just do it without asking. I want to install some ultraviolet lights in the classroom. Come winter time, seasonal depression is a big problem for me. I don't know if I should talk to the boss or I should just bring it there. If I bring it there, sometimes people make weird remarks, so I've had mixed bags with that. If I bring it up, my boss might ask a lot of questions too. I'll let you guys brainstorm for me as well on that. But I was thinking the exercise might not be the end of the world, because earlier today I went to another game meetup, and unfortunately I get along a lot better with Generation Z folks. Generation Y is still very fixated on traditional life values. Generation Z is more okay with the idea of solo sexuality, with being atheists, with being different, with differences in life views and all that. And so I get this girl who's interested in me. She's only 15, 16 years old. And it made me think, God, I need to keep my body young so that I can mingle with Generation Z folks when they grow up, because they're so open to all these things. I gotta get more exercise. And even though I was gonna break my fast after the board game meetup, I was like, let's continue this fast. I need to keep my body young. Just gave me a big boost of motivation to keep myself healthy and all that, because I need to grow up with these people. They're more open than the Generation Y folks who are still get married, have kids, settle in a city, buy a house. You know, I can't live with those kind of people. But anyway, thought I would answer to whether or not I've been mingling with my boss. I've learned the hard way that people will not bend when they have children involved, when there's God involved. Oh my God, nobody will bend for that. Other things people might be more flexible with. And I also learned the hard way that even though we might be in the same job and working to build something, right, our SAT prep courses, at the end of the day, we're also competing against one another. That dynamic is just very difficult to deal with at times, right?